Hello, welcome back to Blender Sushi Live Noding. In this episode, I'm gonna create like some kind of simple face. I'm gonna call it face robot. We're gonna be using Sverchok to do this, but we're gonna start with our own kind of face design. So we're gonna go to the front view real quick and orthographic. I start with this cube objects, but I will generate some kind of a face really quickly. But not like not like that. I'm gonna use skin modifier in the end, so I will provide just the edges. So start with this guy. Gonna merge it at the center, and then this is gonna be the nose probably because it's the center part. And then I'm gonna duplicate it, and this is probably gonna be the eyebrow. I think the eyebrow is better like this way. And the mouth, I probably just lost the nose there. I'm gonna just make it. So this kind of be like the starting template for our robot face, but it can be redesigned, and the template can change. The idea is to provide some kind of a minimum basic face, and we're gonna modify it later on procedurally using Sverchok. And at some point we can probably like turn this into some kind of joints to control any kind of face expressions. So that's the idea. Gonna save this real quick. SV face robot, and this is just the outline. See, it looks like a human. Okay, I actually have the center part there already. Maybe I accidentally created this guy right here. I'm gonna join it. It's gonna be like a single mesh. And so we don't need that. So we have this guy. I'm just gonna turn it into skin modifier to have a look very quick. And okay, it seems to be working on this guy. I'm gonna select all of them and then tap spacebar and mark root. So we have our super basic kind of robot. The eyebrow really. Sometimes I think 3 vertices is better for for the eye, and for this for the eyebrow 3 vertices minimum. But for this example, I will have 5 points for the mouth and 2 points for the eyebrow, just for simplicity. This eye actually can blink as well if you do it properly, so that can be a kind of good idea. This guy, the nose, remember that you can always kind of adjust this as well. Control A, and that can make the face a little bit better. So okay, this is the basic face shape, and we're gonna modify it using Sverchok. Let's see whether this is easy enough to do. Remember, this face is actually a single object. I'm gonna set origin to geometry, so the center. Okay, gonna go to the front view here. So this guy is based on how many points we have. 1, 2, 3, 4. The points we don't know what it is. We're gonna modify inside Sverchok, but let's have a look. So goes inside Sverchok and goes objects in, or we're gonna be using mesh expression. So this is like can be quite interesting. How do we gonna do this? Let's say we're gonna select the eyebrow, make it moving ups and down, maybe, or actually start with the mouth. 5 points for the mouth. I'm selecting them. and click on this guy. So now we are actually kind of moving the eyebrow, I believe. Let me see how I'm gonna do this. One, two, three, four, five. Select them. Get from selections. Let me check my setup first. Go to text editor and have a look at the JSON file. We should have a couple of points being selected, so that seems to be working. And we should be able to see the points here. So how many points we have here? So we are not saying anything. Okay. Looks like currently the points is like kind of like all over the place. There must be some kind of a mistake I did. Oh, maybe we shouldn't use the skin modifier. Okay, I'm just gonna delete this guy. So back to this and type in the edges so we can see. Okay, that's actually what we are getting. Oh, I know my mistake. I need to apply the locations, apply the scale, and make sure this is like the default. Now I update it from selections. Okay, I need to also apply the rotations. So apply rotations. So this is all 0, 0, 0. I'm gonna select it, get selections. Okay, now we are getting something that's a little bit proper. Okay, cool. So we can now control the mouse. I think we're gonna do the skin modifier thing inside Sverchok for now. So go to the front view once again. So you see, this is our default. So that's to control the mouse. Let's see how we do this. So the mouse, we can easily like use like a random vector, I think. Random vector to, we have 5 points for the mouse. Just plug this into the vector so we can randomize the mouse if you like. So it's, even if the robot is talking, normally it's the mouse doing that. Maybe not too much, just a little bit. Okay, so now as I'm talking, I'm gonna kind of move and randomize the mouse. So it's like the robot kind of talking. The next thing I want to do is using the same mesh, I try to move the eyebrow. Okay, so we're gonna set it up first. So we can always tweak the mouth and the eyebrow at any time procedurally. So let's do it. Let's set up everything first. So we start with this guy. This thing is grabbing the snapshot of our original mesh, which is this guy right here, and then it's now inside Sverchok. This guy is now kind of procedural. The mouse is procedural. The next thing we want to do is the eyebrow. Just move it, make it moving up and down or things like that. So we're gonna select just the eyebrow part. So this is the right eyebrow I'm selecting. Gonna do mesh expression again. Probably it's a good idea to name this mesh expression at some point. So I'll call this mouth, this becoming mouth, and this one the right eyebrow, and right brow, and then left brow. Mesh expression once again, grab it from selections. This is gonna be left brow. Left brow. Okay, now it's getting something a little bit more complicated. But don't worry, this is gonna be simple enough. Okay, so we're gonna pipe in some of this. So yeah, this is kind of a little bit tricky at first. It's gonna be chaining all the way, like, maybe it's we can write things down here. Mouth. No, I'm not gonna do that. Just frame it, I guess, at some point. I'm gonna make shift cut there. We're not gonna draw it, but this one should be passed into that guy. We want to keep the mask, so we really need to take this guy right here because we need to pipe the vertices there, turn off the show, just hide it in order for this to work properly. The selection mask is what we need. So we pipe in this guy right here into that guy. And we don't need this for now. This is going to be moving the eye ups and down. And data if false. So there's a release masking, and then there's this data comes in. This is actually joined already. So this is the edges data that we're gonna need to pipe in. So this will select the right eyebrow. This goes into the mask. This should be level 2, I believe. So let's check this out first. Get a viewer draw. See if everything will still work. So we get that, no problem. And the edges, pipe in. Just bring this and pipe in there. So that's the edges informations, no problem. No changes with the edges informations, but the points is changing using Sverchok. So we can still drive the mouth procedurally, and we should be able to move the eyebrow. No, it's not working. Eyebrow, let me update this. Eyebrow not working. That's interesting. Supposedly the mask select the eyebrow part. Okay, I forgot. It's not this multiplier. I forgot this. It should be this guy. Okay, cool. So it's working as planned. So remember this very funny setup. We're gonna do that a couple of times just for the eyebrow. The nose, the eyebrow, maybe we can do it some other time. And next live noding. This guy, this to move the eyebrow. This should be level 2. Again, level 2. Mask expression needs a fewer draw. So this should be like that. And this guy, fewer draw we don't need. We can switch it off. This is the edges data. We're gonna pipe it in there like that. This is the edges data. Once again, select it, pipe in there. This is the data that we want to mask. Okay, cool. So that thing seems to be working. Okay, with the I think with the eyebrow we can have 2 data here. So let's join. I'll try just use these 2 data and maybe join level 2. Okay. Okay, seems to be working. Cool. So let's join. Here, this is gonna be vector move for this guy. So it's just in order we want if we want to move the eyebrow together. So ups and down, left and right. Let's look at it from the front view. Remember that all this data, you can easily turn it into bones. So it's going to be pretty interesting. So eyebrow, we only actually need the X and the Z. We don't need to move things in the Y axis for now. Y 0. So X left and right, Z ups and down. And this guy, eyebrow, happy or angry. So that's going to be working for us. Front view again. Let's make this a little bit better. Just turn it into skin modifier. Skin measure. Just pipe this guy in, and with the edges. This is the edges. Okay, this is the edges data, and this is the vertices data. Turn off this guy. Make it live. So we have our face. Front view. Everything still working. We can control this radius. And back to this guy, we have control over the eyebrow. If we want the same control like this guy, just select this, copy it, pipe in there, and now we can control the eyebrow better. You can also rotate the eyebrow. I think rotation is better for the eyebrow, but sometimes you want to control this as well. Rotation, you need to worry about the pivot. I'm not going to do that now. So we can control the mouse like this. I think if the robot is talking, maybe it's a good idea to turn it into some kind of O shape, like a circle. But for now, I'm just gonna do it like this. So what else you can do here? If you want to give control to the animator, so you have this. I think it's not particularly intuitive if we are controlling it this way, but this is I think a good start, and we can basically generate this like multiple times. But so anyhow, this is just the basic idea. Still kind of experimental for me, but it might be something that people can improve, like you guys can improve over time. So yeah, the eyeball, everything can be controlled. Remember, in Sverchok also you can, for this radius, everything you can control it inside from here. Just randomize it or things like that. And yeah, it's gonna be pretty interesting. And this face template, really, if you keep everything, you can change the face template at any point in time, and as long you are keeping the mask, really all the motion will be kept properly. There's a lot of considerations with the transform and things like that, but I think this can be very interesting setup. So there you go. That's Sverchok face robot for you. Just a basic, simple one. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you next time. Thank you. Bye.